Call the meeting to order of the Inland Wetland Commission meeting for September 17th, 2025. I'd have to Bruce to call the roll, please.
All right. Ned Statchin,
Here.
Robert Eisner, David Fox,
Here.
Richard Berlandi,
Here.
Neil Kelsey, Andre Simons,
Present.
Mark Simpson,
Here.
George Santos, and Elena Carveth.
Here.
All right. Just so you know, Chairman or Commissioner Kelsey and Commissioner Eisner let me know that they were not going to be here.
Okay. I'm sorry, I missed it. Is Andre here?
Yes, he is.
Okay, thank good.
Yes, I am.
He's here in spirit anyway. He's so he tries to raise a youngster. Okay, just to make an announcement before we get going here. Number 4 on the agenda, Executive Drive has withdrawn their application, so there will be no business conducted for 8207 Executive Drive. In case anybody was here or is here online to hear that, that is not going to be held not going to take place. Okay,
And for the commissioners, if you don't mind, just let everyone know that I received that very late this afternoon. So unfortunately,
yes.
I'm gonna send out an email, but at that point it was too late. So
Did they give any record or reason for the withdrawal
That
not
would
at
be
this
the
point.
question too.
at this point?
Yeah,
Okay.
not at this point, sir.
Okay.
They've got some issues, so they're gonna go back and look at them.
Okay, and then again, for the record, we will see Alana Carveth for Robert Eisner tonight.
Okay.
And we'll get started here. Hillstead Museum at 35 Mountain Road.
All right, we do have the applicant here.
Yes, we are here.
Yep. So then
First,
who's going to start?
me, please. I would like to begin by thanking the commission very much for coming recently to do an on-site visit. We do appreciate how difficult it is to schedule everyone together, and we do understand that it takes an extra amount of effort. And we are very grateful that we could be there with you to help you better understand our application. We don't have changes to it, so I would like to just reiterate at this moment that the portion of the work that we are applying for is again a portion of the garden in question. That we have decided it is best to go about this in a very conservative fashion that will enable us to achieve our 2 ultimate goals. The first being to revive the garden as close as possible to what our founder had established. And the second being to, as our founder established with her legacy, to promote that legacy as a responsible steward to the environment, to the ecology, and to the institution. The purpose of this particular area is for our visitors to Hillstead that enjoy the outdoor aspects of the museum. So not the house, not the art, but the 152 acres that we have managed to preserve since 1947 when we were founded. And with that, I'd like to pass it to our landscape architect, who you didn't meet in person, but who you might remember from our first Zoom meeting with an application, Siobhan.
Yes, thank you. Good evening, all. Bruce, I know yes, thank you very much. This is the new one. This is a very slightly revised version of the plan that you saw originally. We have, per Bruce and your request, not only highlighted the wetland line in red so it's more legible, but we've adjusted it so that it conforms to the staked plan that Hodge just did with a flagging of the wetlands. So what you saw on the handout at the site and what was staked there is now represented on this plan as well as on that handout. It hasn't involved any changes, but we are more accurate in our representation of its relationship to the wetland perimeter. So without any changes, I think the question is, do you have more questions?
All right, I'll get it started and then we'll go through the commission. Most of my questions were answered at the site walk, and I just want to thank the applicant for providing us access and for answering questions at the site walk. I think it helped clarify a lot. On this plan, I know we saw a stone with it like a stone wall on the I guess it'd be the eastern end, um, with an arch, was like a walkway entrance.
Correct.
Yeah. Now, is there going to be a path walkway over to the sunken garden from there? From there, are they going to plan to connect the two, or is just walk in the grass?
We were anticipating walking on the grass as it was originally.
Okay.
We don't know that there was a historical path there. We believe it was just crossing the grass, and we don't propose to insert one.
Okay. All right. That's all I have for a question. Rich Berlandi?
I don't have any additional questions. Thank you.
Okay. Dave Fox?
Yeah, I just have one question. The layout of the paths, is that conforming to the historical layout?
It is, to the degree that's possible. We have modified it slightly to try to stay at the very fringes of the wetland so that the kinks, which were a very distinctive portion of her design, have been flattened out a little bit just so that we don't do more incursion. We've hugged the bottom of that slope below the wall to the degree that we can, but the cross paths and the basic alignment are according to the historical photographs.
That's what I kind of thought. I guess you had mentioned that you're at the bottom of the embankment. I think that's the area I was looking at. So you wouldn't be able to move it a little bit closer to the wall.
We really can't. We could, but it would involve significant grading. And part of the intent here was to follow that original path, which meant following the original grade. Obviously, things have sunk in the intervening 50, 60 years, but probably 70 years. But that was part of not moving it up the slope.
Okay, that makes sense. Thank you. That's all. Oh no, I had one other suggestion. I was wondering if you were going to have any interpretive signage along the path.
Yes, the intent is
the importance of wetlands, etc.
We will use this not only to talk about the historical aspects, but obviously the new vegetation. And as we discussed before, part of what we will be doing long term is adjusting what we know was planted there to reflect the newer, wetter conditions and an even stronger emphasis on using natural native material. So all of that will be interpreted, and it's part of the intent of expanding the visitor experience and understanding of both the commitment to stewardship that historically and currently is typical of Hillstead, but also just as general information for the ecology of the wetland.
That's good. It may be something about respecting the wetlands and staying on the path.
Yes.
Thank you. That's all I have.
Okay, thank you.
So
Thank you,
if I
Dave.
may add to that, we do fully intend to use this to the maximum advantage in terms of an educational tool. So we see this as a multi-purpose addition to our campus. Yes, it is someplace where you can go and enjoy the outdoors, but we also understand that it has great potential to help our visitors discover the world of wetlands and wetland science and um, you would be probably amazed at the number of interdisciplinary sparks of curiosity that we can set off in various minds of various visitors. So that is part of our a big part of our project, and it is one that we have one or two donors actually that's their primary reason for getting involved with us is and helping this happen about what we can teach the public and our visitors about wetlands and how you responsibly live with wetlands.
Very good. Thank you.
Okay, Andre?
I do not have any questions at this point.
Okay. Mark Simpson?
I don't have any questions. I appreciate the site visit. It helped explain or understand the process of what you're trying to do. So I have no questions.
Okay. And Alana?
I have no further questions.
Okay. Well, next thing we have to do is determine significance. And in regards, if we do determine it to be significant, we would need a public hearing. I don't feel it is. I think it's more of a restorative project. I don't think they're making any huge changes. It seems like they have a very well laid out plan for this. And I think that based on the limited work that's going to be done, I do not think this is a significant project. But I will go through the commission and ask their opinion. Rich Berlandi,
I would agree, not significant.
Dave Fox,
I'm a little bit hesitant on that. With 200 linear feet or 800 square feet of paving
mhm.
of the wetlands. That's more than we usually see. I understand it's going back to historical times, but
Is it,
it is 800 square feet of pavement in the wetlands.
well, is it pavement or is it
It's
stone dust?
it's not paving.
Well,
It's
well, stone, yeah.
right.
Stone dust is fully permeable
Yeah,
or
Well, it's
mostly permeable.
mostly permeable, but we have tried to make it as permeable as possible and to interrupt the flow of any water as much as possible by increasing the base aggregate size and making sure that it's wrapped in a filter so that we do allow as much water to pass through and under as well as into the actually through the stone dust. It's semi-permeable, but we're doing everything we can to try to minimize the actual impact, especially since we're at the edges of slopes where the water will be draining underneath.
okay.
Okay. Andre?
With the permeability and it being a restorative project mainly, I don't think this is a significant activity.
Okay. Mark Simpson?
Not significant.
Alana Carveth?
I also agree that this is a restorative activity and not significant.
Okay. One more question to the applicant. One of the staff comments was erosion control shall be straw wattle. You're agreeable to that? I don't know what's on the plans or not.
Sorry, I'm not sure what the question was.
One of the recommendations from town staff with that you use an erosion control that
Oh, yes,
is
of
straw
course.
wattle.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, then we have one maybe, and the rest that it's a non-significant non-significant activity. So the chair will entertain a motion that this is not a significant activity.
So moved.
Okay, and a second, please.
Second, Mark.
Okay, motion been made and second that this is not a significant activity. All those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? Abstain? Okay, the motion passes. All right, unless there are any other questions of the applicant, we can go right to the vote to approve the application.
I'd
Can
like to
I?
make sure that we include the comment regarding the straw wattle, if you don't mind. Thank you.
Okay, with the, yeah, so Chair, a motion to accept the application with the item in there that assuring that the applicant use straw wattle for erosion control. Do I have that? Can I have that motion, please?
I believe you said accept, but we're talking about approval, right?
Yes.
Yeah, approve the application with the item in there or that they use the straw wattle, which they were agreeable for erosion control.
I'll make that motion.
Okay.
I'll
And a
second.
second. Okay, motion is made and seconded to accept the application with the straw wattle recommendation. All those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? Abstain? The application is passed. Good luck with the walkway. Look forward to seeing it.
Thank you so much. I hope you come and enjoy it.
Just give us a heads up before you start, all right? So we can be out there just to make sure the straw wattle gets installed and everything. Okay?
Yep. Any questions? Yeah, make sure if there's anything in doubt, please call the staff and make sure it's worked out.
Yes, thank you. They've been most helpful.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, next item on the agenda is 37 Tan Bark Trail.
All right. Give me 1 second. Chair, while I've got a second, I see a handful of people that had signed in as attendee or
Oh,
as attendees. I just want to remind everybody, as we stated
Okay.
at the beginning of the meeting, that the item 4 regarding executive drive has been withdrawn. So, all right, Tanbark.
there'll be no business conducted on Executive Drive, item number 4.
Here we go. Here's the site plan, Tanbark. The applicant is here if anyone has any more questions for him.
I don't, I'm looking at my notes from last time. I don't have any other questions. I'll see who on the, Rich, do you have any more questions on this?
No, I don't have any questions.
Okay.
Thank you.
Dave Fox?
Yeah, just one. Oh, I want to say that I did watch the presentation the last time that I missed today. I was wondering if it had been decided on the runoff construction, whether it's going to go into the old recharge area or brand new one. Now, both of those were discussed.
You were,
If you made a decision yet,
Mhm.
just curious.
Sugan, are you there?
Yeah, I'm there. So what was the question? Sorry, I could not get it.
The runoff from the new additions was going to either be directed to the existing runoff control area, or a new one was going to be done in the northeast corner. And both of those were mentioned, and I guess either of them would work. I was just curious if a decision had been made.
I think in existing area, David.
Okay, thank you.
Well, just to clarify, the downspouts from the house, do they go to a drain directly to the wetland area? Is there
It
a
goes
pipe that underneath
it,
that carries that water?
it goes into this pipe and goes into these underground infiltrators right here. So they technically infiltrate into the ground. Any overflow is comes out at the corner of the house at a it's like an upside down Y. So any kind of overflow for that above the 1 inch storm will come up and backfill and blow out here and then run down the lawn, eventually down into the wetlands. So
Okay. You all set, Dave?
Yeah,
Okay. Andre,
I do not have any questions.
okay, Mark Simpson,
No questions.
Alana Carveth.
No questions.
Okay, it's not a huge addition, but it's certainly not major, and I think that's why we voted for non-significance. I don't have any further questions on it. So one more thing is, Ruth, did you have recommendations on this, Bruce?
straw wattle and then just design of the roof infiltration for a 1.3 inch rain event. The
Okay,
increase in the amount of rain is due to the change in the regulations. So the regulations have changed, so the increase of design will have to change as well.
okay, to the applicant, do you understand that about the roof infiltration system?
I will consult with my project manager. I can definitely take forward. I mean, talk to him to make it more
Okay.
understandable.
And you're going to use straw wattle around the construction activity area?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I will entertain a motion to approve the application with the control that, or with the consideration that the erosion control consists of straw wattle, and that he worked with the town to get with the roof infiltration system to be sized correctly.
Yeah.
Can I get that motion, please?
So moved.
Does that sound okay, Bruce?
I got Andre. I think that made the motion. I didn't get a second.
Okay, second. No, I'm asking you, is that way we put that, is that all
Oh
right?
yeah. No, it's
Okay.
fine. That's fine.
Okay.
Dave will
And can I
second.
get a second, please?
Dave will
Dave.
second.
All right, got it.
All
Perfect.
right. Motion has been made and seconded to approve the application for 37 Tanbark Trail. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstain? The application passes. Next item on the agenda. Oh, good luck with your construction. And please work with the town staff on anything you have questions of. It's better to call and make sure.
Thank you.
10 Ridgeview Drive. Filling in a pool.
Yep. The applicant is online.
How's my audio? You hear me?
Good, we can hear you.
Great. Yeah, good evening, everyone. So yeah, we purchased this property about a year ago, and always questionable on the condition of the pool. And over the last 6 to 8 months, we've determined that the 60s or 70s built gunite pool is a little too far past repair, and at this point, we want to fill it. And so. We've talked to a few different excavation companies or contractors, as you'd call it, to do this type of work, and we've landed on somebody who would like to do this sometime in October here. So, looking at how we're going to enter the property, and by the way, the type of equipment to do this is a mini excavator with a jackhammer. We'd have to come in off the left side of the property here, which is closest to the creek or stream. as the right side is a pretty steep hill and very close to the neighbor here. So we'd have to come in through the left here. There's a few 4 or 5 emerald arborvitae on the pool deck that would need to be removed in order to access that. Um, and yeah, we would follow the building department spec, which is generally jackhammer or fracture the base of the pool every, I think it's 2 or 4 square feet, whatever it is. We'd pull down 24 inches, I believe, to the building department spec of the walls to get it below grade, and then bring in fill and compact, and then fully topsoil. Um, Additionally, all that bluestone pool deck is going to no longer be needed. So most of that would be removed as well. And just to point out, while we would be removing all of that patio and pool and turning it into, dirt and grass, of course, we're going to want some level of a patio in the future. It would certainly not be nearly that size, probably more like, 50%, mostly encompassing the right side of the property. That's where the doors are. So pretty much halfway of, looking at the house to the left would all become landscape and grass, but we can't even consider patio or anything until the fill has compacted and settled for 12 months. So this would be as far as doing anything future would be, a year from now. But ultimately at this point, we need a level playing field. So filling that in and getting it ready is what we want to do. The contractor would like to utilize an anti-tracking pad, so a 2-inch stone. Basically, that's going to keep dirt off the road. That might have been, something that he in the past, is good. If the anti-tracking pad is no good for wetlands reasons, and the building department's okay with it, and there's mud on the road, it's not necessarily our preference to use it. It was more of a courtesy, but that is something we're looking at as well. And yeah, the only other thing to this application is we have a tree totally unrelated to the pool in the front driveway in the middle. There's actually 2 trees, one closest to the creek on the left, and then one in the middle driveway. The one in the middle driveway is, it's quite severely diseased. There's fungus growing out of the base. Half of the limbs on one side are dead and falling, and the power line to the house actually goes across on the healthy side of the tree where, unfortunately the weight is now, right? So, I do believe this is going to come down one way or another, fairly soon. So we'd like to get rid of this as well, in October. But yeah, obviously the bigger project here is the pool. Originally we were thinking, speaking with Bruce, of course, a silt fence to contain any, rainfall and mud that, comes up from, trafficking through there. It looks like Bruce has now recommended a double silt fence with straw wattle. That's totally acceptable. We're not adding any fill. In fact, when they built this patio, they use quite a bit of sand and stone underneath it, and so the foundation of the house and the patio in some areas is so insignificant that it's causing well, it's not causing foundation issues, but it's certainly of concern. So, we certainly don't want to bring in any more material. If anything, it would be leveled down just a little bit. Um, and yeah, we don't foresee any, impact with the silt fence into the creek. We're going to, stay fully contained, within this little backyard area. Like I said, the equipment is not, massive excavators. It's, relatively, small stuff, smaller, they call it a mini excavator and a bobcat really. So yeah, that's really it. Maybe Bruce will show some dimensions, but we've got quite a bit of space between the garage and the grass area there. I would say it's about 40 feet or so. And, considering a dump truck, by the way, so when we're bringing in fill, our plan is they would back in off this part of the driveway right here, probably get up right around the middle of the garage or so. These are details we haven't fully, spoken with the contractor about, but it could get tight with them trying to pull in the dump truck. So, they might want to drop, more so where the garage is and then bobcat it in. But like I said, there's quite a bit of room without, having to worry about, dirt rolling into the creek or anything like that. So, other than that, yeah, I'm happy to answer any questions. I know there's a few different parts to all this, so let me know what you guys think.
Okay, my first question just is advisory. Bruce, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think along with taking down the walls to like, somewhere around below the frost line, um, you're required to punch holes in the floor of the pool at some
Mhm.
spacing. Is that required?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
and you're going to do that?
Yeah, we'll follow the building department spec on that. Like I said, I think it's every 2 or 4 square feet. I mean, figure we're probably punching, I don't know, somewhere between a few dozen holes, right?
Yeah. Okay. And being you're adjacent to that stream there, I think you're going to have to cover just about that entire length between the construction and the stream, and including the area of the driveway and uh, the stone cleaning path, anti-tracking path. So, I mean, what do you think, Bruce? I think you should go into almost the full length of the stream there, or
Great. I think what I'm looking at is probably you're gonna need to do something like this, you know,
yeah,
come around and with, this will be something like back over here, maybe
yeah,
something like that, just enough to try to keep this, because if you're gonna be driving around here, hammering this all up
right,
and driving in and out, you want to keep this protected. And
yeah,
it's not a double row of silt fence, it's a row of silt fence with a straw wattle in front is what it
Gotcha.
is. So, all
Gotcha. Okay.
right.
okay, yeah, that's what I thought. All right, that was my only question. And is the bluestone being removed from the site?
We haven't determined that. The
Okay.
bluestone is set in a thin layer of mortar. Theoretically,
Oh.
it's good fill. But
Yeah,
no, we haven't. We could remove it.
okay,
Piece it in. There's quite a bit of volume with that pool.
okay. Um, I don't know if there's concrete on the bottom of it, I don't know if that's still good fill. Is it, Bruce?
Well, as I said, you don't have to remove the whole walls. You have to remove it below the outside foundation or the outside walls have to be removed a certain distance below the
Yeah,
the finished grade. And the bottom just gets broken up. So you could
right,
probably use some of that concrete to throw in there, and then the rest can be filled in with just some natural fill. The problem is the
yeah,
more concrete, and depending on the size, the more of like void you're going to have in there, so the more you can have for settling. So.
right.
Right.
Okay. That's all I have for questions. Ask the commission, Rich?
But I really don't have any questions, and I don't think this is a significant application.
Okay. Dave Fox?
Same for me.
Yeah, I mean, I think we'll have more permeable area on the property without the pool, so I think it's an improvement. Andre?
I also agree with everybody else so far. I think it's an improvement, and I don't think it's significant.
Okay. Mark Simpson?
Don't think it's significant either. Maybe I just missed that conversation. The big tree that's diseased, no issue. You mentioned a second tree by the creek, and that's being removed too.
No, I just wanted to point out that we would not be removing that one.
Oh, you weren't. That's right. That's what I heard. Okay. Yeah, I have no issues. Thank you.
This is the one. This is the one, right? This is the
Alana?
I also agree that it's an improvement, and I think with the proper erosion control measures, it's not significant.
Okay. All right, so hearing no further questions, well, we have to, the other thing besides significance, we have to determine if a site walk is necessary. Rich?
I don't think so. Not for me.
Okay. Dave?
Nope.
Andre?
Nope.
Mark?
You say walk.
Okay. And Alana?
No.
Okay, so Chair will entertain a motion that a site walk is not required for this property.
There's no,
Um,
yeah, we usually don't vote on those items, just it's
Oh,
to
we
get a
don't?
consensus. I don't think so. No, I don't think we've
Okay,
ever.
all right, you're
done
right,
those.
you're right. We have to
So
vote
all we
on
need
it,
is
whether it's
the,
significance, okay.
yeah,
So we
the acceptance.
pulled the, for the record, we pulled the commission and no site walk is necessary. Um, so now I'll entertain a motion that this is not a significant
We have to accept it
application.
first. Then we have to vote to accept it.
Yes.
Yeah, but we vote on the significance before we vote to accept the application.
No, we usually vote to accept the app. That's, I think that's the
Oh, that's right, yeah,
approve. We accept it, then we give the
you're
significance.
right. I should
No
look at my,
problem.
all right. All right, so I'm thinking an approval. Um, okay, so Chair will entertain a motion to accept the application.
So moved.
Thank you, Dave. And a second, please.
And Mark.
Okay, second by Mark to accept the application. All those in favor say aye. Aye.
I
Opposed? Abstain? The application is accepted. So at the next meeting, we will vote on approving the application is to the applicant. So, and then so you should be able to, as long as it's approved and it then you still should be able to keep your October schedule.
Excellent. Thank you.
Okay. Um, Item number 4 again is 8207 Executive Drive has been withdrawn by the applicant. We'll go on to other business, the adopt the 2026 meeting schedule.
Give me a
Did you
second.
send one out, Bruce?
I thought I did. I think, or if I didn't, I think Lance did send it out.
Oh,
But again, it's just these, we usually don't accept them on the first time because I know everyone wants to look through them and go through them, but we're in the process of putting all of our land use commissions meetings together, and we do that as one bundle so that we're not having any conflicts and everything. So where is it here? Where is it? I know I have it here. Where'd it go? Oh, you know why? Because I had to grab something from the old. That's why. I go. I grabbed some stuff from the old one. All right, so here's the schedule. So again, like I said, we usually don't do these on the first day, but here it is. Go through it. If anybody has any problems, any conflicts, just give us a heads up. All right. So
one thing I thought about this year, the July meeting, I know because we met, I think it was on July 3rd. I was concerned that we were going to have a trouble getting a group together, being so close to the holiday.
mhm.
So one thing to consider is maybe we'll go, since we're off for August, maybe go the second Wednesday and then and the second and third Wednesday in July. We don't have to decide
The
now, but
ninth,
that's
yeah. So you want to
consider.
think about the 9th and the 23rd? Let me
Yeah,
check. We'll check that
just
and
yeah,
that's
check
our other
with
ones.
see if that conflicts with anything.
Okay.
And then,
It does not. Doesn't. All right. Okay. All right. Lance has the master plan. It doesn't look like it's gonna conflict, so I'll take a look. And like you said, anybody else has any questions, comments, review it,
yeah.
let us know, and then we can go from there.
Well, this being July 1st is not as bad, but I think I was concerned when we had a meeting on July 3rd.
Yeah.
So, but we made it. We had a quorum, so
Okay.
it's not a big concern, but it's just a suggestion.
All right. We'll take a look at that.
Okay, a planner's report.
Planners report, I have nothing listed, but at the last minute, we did have a closeout of the dam project. So just for everyone's, I thought everyone would like to see. We were out there yesterday and we did a walkthrough with the contractor. Farmington River Watershed was there. DEP Fisheries was there. So we had a pretty interesting walk. So this is where the dam used to be. All right. And there's a grist mill building right there. So
Yep.
if you recall what it used to look like right through there. So they've taken everything down. They've placed boulders throughout the area to cause the riffles in the water. And they've also dug some little pools for some fishing fish uh,
Resting
Yes,
areas.
thank you. So this is where the concrete was all in here, and that's what the dam was, and that was the abutment. This has all been graded out. They've put stone along the whole edge here, and they locked in some stone there. This has all been topsoiled, seeded, and there's two different types of mat on here because they ran out of one, so they had to grab the other one. So, and then on top is all hay. So I'll flip through here. You could see.
Hmm.
There's all the stone along the edge. He used all the existing stone there.
And is there plantings along the edge of the river there or
Nothing yet. Nope,
nothing
nope,
yet?
nothing
Okay.
yet. Nothing yet. This is all biodegradable. They didn't use any of that plastic um, matting at all. He
Yeah.
has little, I want to call them balsa, but it's like a pine stake, and those things rot away as well very quickly. So all this should rot away.
Okay.
Here's some picture you can see again, the water going through there.
I miss having that restaurant. That's a great
I
restaurant.
explained to everybody how there used to be a big window right there, and it used to be the big fight
Yeah.
who gets the window, and who
Yeah.
knew Mario Moore to get that seat
Yeah.
reserved. Here's the access from the farm. The farm field is over here, so we walked
Yep.
in this way, and the dam is right in back of me. So this area has all been hayed, seeded. All right, there's some brush off to the side that they had to cut to get in there. That's all going to be laid out kind of nonchalantly to kind of because we don't want to leave this open so it's a path so people can like drive in here or whatever. So he'll take
Right.
that just until the stuff starts to grow and everything comes. And eventually, unfortunately, a lot of these invasives may just work their way back in here over time. So, but
Are there any trees going in there?
not right now. Farmington River Watershed does have some money for that. So she's
Okay.
looking, Amy Petrie is looking for some more donations and help to dig some holes, put some trees, depending on the budget she has.
Yep.
Well, actually did depend on the size. So they're probably hoping to get some stuff this fall.
I'll have to get the kayak out and give it a look.
I said the same thing. You know, this is upstream. It's like
Yep.
glass through here, and then you could see how it just gently changes, and that's where the dam was right through there. So. There are some pretty good, like I said, you may not be able to get fully through the whole way across, but there are alleys to get through. So once you go through there once or twice, you'll know where they are. And again,
Yeah.
the river's a little low without,
The river's a low now, yeah.
So, but I was very interested to see 2 days it was gone. We met there on Wednesday. I showed you guys those pictures. Thursday, Friday, he had most of it down. And then Monday, he came in. Monday, Tuesday, he came in and wrapped up all this stuff here. So.
Very good.
Very interesting project.
Okay,
Bruce, the only thing you
any other
said,
questions?
yeah, Bruce, you said the only thing that's protruding or anything, rocks they put in there, which is pretty much what the riverbed is, basically anywhere up and down the river,
Yep,
right?
exactly. And again, as we were joking, there's a I can't. His title is longer than than as I think it uses every word in the English language, but it's like a stream. He does the stream morphology, the stream morphology and how it works. And we all joked and said, Mother Nature will fix this. She'll put it the way she wants it.
Yeah.
After a few floods and the river changes, it may not look exactly like this, but it may change a little bit. So.
My only other question is the appropriate people will probably change the mapping on the river where this was some type of level difficulty to get through. I assume they would change it to something a lot less than what it was before. So people will be notified that it's not a difficult transit through the area.
There used to be a note on the plans that I saw where it just actually noted that you had to take your kayak out, walk around the dam, and then put it back in. So it wasn't that bad, but they'll Farmington River Watershed, I assume, will do all that, and then the local kayaking groups will actually update as they go because that's all stuff that's usually done on their own. So.
Well, good luck with that kayak. The water's down very low.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
All right.
If you were tubing, I would say keep your centerboard up.
I might need a new kayak because, I don't know, something about my kayak. It seems to be riding lower in the water than it used to. I'm not sure why.
You got yours. Yours is doing that too. I thought
Yeah.
it was fine.
Okay, just to add to the planner's report, just if you can keep us posted on what's going on with that executive drive and if you get any idea if they seem to have an intention to reapply or something.
At this point, I don't know.
Yep.
And like I said, so if we do get something or we do meet, we'll let you know if there's a new application. But at this point, I'm not sure if they're going to be reapplying anytime soon. So, okay.
Okay. All right. We have to approve the minutes of September 3rd. Can I get a motion to accept the minutes of September 3rd, please? Oh, are you done with your plans report, Bruce? I'm sorry.
No, I'm done. Sorry.
Okay, all right. Chair, entertain a motion to approve the minutes of September 3rd meeting.
So
Don't move,
moved,
Mark.
Dave.
Okay, we got it. We got a motion and second at the same time. Motion been made and seconded to approve the minutes. All those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? Abstain? Motion passes. And if there are no questions, we will we will rather call the meeting to close at 7:48. And we will open the Conservation Commission meeting. Call the meeting to order, 7:49. And is there no new business? Other business is adopt the 2026 schedule. I think we've covered that. Is there a planners report for conservation?
None.
Okay. Then well, I guess for the record, we'll call the meeting to close at 7:50.
Well, did you accept the minutes?
Oh, I'm sorry. You're
Yeah,
right.
did I miss that? Sorry.
That'll take, no, thank you for the correction. Chair entertain a motion to accept the minutes of September 3rd.
So moved.
Okay, and a second, please.
Seconded.
Oh, thank you. Motion been made and second to accept the Conservation Commission minutes of September 3rd. All those in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstain? Motion passes. And now we can adjourn the meeting, Conservation Commission meeting at 7:50.